So the research design it provides the answer to the various questions and acting as a standard and the guiding post. So the research design also helps to carry out the research in a systematic manner with proper objectives, and that objective may be fulfilled accurately by the proper research design. So here the research design is differ according to the research purpose. So one research design is different from the another research design. So the research design is different from one research to another research. It is based on the purpose as well as the form of the working procedure. And there are various types of research designs like exploratory design and a descriptive design and a diagnosis of research design and experimentation of the research design. So these kind of various types of research design is there in the particularly in the social sciences. And if we talk about the next thing, the determining of the sampling design. So in any practice, a complete enumeration of the items the universe is not possible due to the requirement of the great deal of the time and the money. So here the sampling design is saves the time and saves the money and saves the energy of the researcher. So it embarks upon the deciding the way of the selecting a representative sampling, with popularly known as the sampling designs. So sampling design is one of the tool which is used by the researcher to collect the data in a systematic manner. So if we come to the different kinds of samplings like the probability sampling. So here the probability sampling is one type of sampling which is the researchers directly involves in the research. So there are various kinds of sampling methods like the simple random sampling, the snowball method sampling. So like that, first of all, the sampling is the most important to the research design, because if we want to study about the socio-economic conditions of the tribal people, first of all we have to design the study area. So we have to conduct a study in the tribal areas. So if we want to study in Telangana, first of all we have to identify the tribal districts within the Telangana, and we have to go to the tribal districts, and we have uh, collect information from the respondents. So here we cannot take all the people as our respondents, but we have to take as a samples. So the sample size is different. The sample size is also important, but how can we getting the sample size is the most important. The, the getting of sample size is based on the types of sampling. So here the probability sampling samples is very helpful to the researchers in the social sciences. And for example, in the probability sampling there are various kinds of other sub samplings like the simple random sampling. If we want to conduct a study about 100 members of a village, if the village is contains 1,000 houses, but we have to take our respondents as 100 itself. But how can we select the 100? So first of all we have to design, we have to collect all the 1,000 people information, and we have to uh, striking out of each every 10 respondent. So like that, it is the proportional rate should be there. So that is called as the probability sampling or the simple random sampling. And the snowball method is sampling also there in the social sciences. If a particular person does not know anything about the study, then uh, through the various sources he can approach one person, and that one person he can interview the researcher can interview that particular person, and he used to ask to that regarding another person, and he suggests some of the persons or respondents. So that is called snowball method. So here in the snowball method, the researcher does not know the respondents, but while moving on the field, he can increase the strength of the respondents. So this is about the sampling design, and regarding the particular problem. And there are, if we go to the about the data, the data is in the form of two types, such as the primary data and as well as the secondary data. The primary data is nothing but directly the researcher is involved or getting data from the people directly. So this is called the primary data. So here in the primary data, the empirical involvement of the researchers is took place, and whereas the secondary data includes the various books, journals, newspapers, articles, and the reports of the earlier studies. So the researcher can get a kind of data from the secondary sources is called the secondary data. But both the primary data and as well as the secondary data is very essential to the research or to the surveys. So these kind of uh, the surveys or the data, this kind of primary and secondary data may be gathered by the observation personally, uh, by the researchers. So in the form, if we take the personal data, it is in the form of interviews, or if it is in the form of the telephonic interviews, or it is in the form of mailing, or it is in the form of questionnaire, and through schedules. So with these methods, we can get, or the researcher can get the primary data, and the secondary data is almost available in the printed, or the printing, or as well as the non-printing sources. So here sometimes the printing secondary data is availed uh, by the books or articles or journals, and the electronic media also gives some kind of data to the researcher. This is called non-printing or the electronic data. So here the telephone, the TVs are playing, or social media is playing a predominant role in the electronic data of uh, the researcher. So here these kind of the primary data and as well as the secondary data is availing to the researcher. And the next step of the research is analyzing the data. After completion of the collection of data, and the researcher is to carry forward the analysis of the data. So the data analysis is involves the various operations, such as the establishment of the categories, and application of various methods, and producing various tabulations, applying various codes. So there are various softwares also there to analyze the data. For example, in the social sciences, the software is called SPSS, Statistical Package of Social Sciences. So with this tool, the data can analyze easily. So if we apply these kind of softwares, the data is analyzes easy to analyze in the form of tables, in the form of charts, in the form of the bars. So these operations are very closely related to the one to another. So thereafter, the post-coding stage or the classified data is put into the print format by analyzing the tables and by analyzing the codes or by analyzing the graphs. So these all uh, analyzed by the researchers based on the data. And here, while analyzing the data, particularly in the social sciences, the computers are generally used in a uh, large manner. So here, the computers and the software is helps to the researcher in a technological point of view. So that is why while analyzing the data by the researcher, he can apply the various defined statistical formulations. So this is about the analysis of data, and whereas the testing of hypothesis, each and every uh, research in the social sciences particularly have an hypothesis. But after completion of the analysis of data, the hypothesis has to be tested by the researcher. If, for example, if the socio-economic conditions are very uh, poor or very low of the tribal people with compared to the general people. So what is maybe the reason? So the reason may be, the first reason may be the lack of education. So here the lack of education is the hypothesis. That hypothesis has to be tested by the research. So based on the analysis of data. If the sometimes the hypothesis may be uh, tested by the researcher and it can be positive hypothesis or it can be null hypothesis. And here the hypothesis, testing of hypothesis is very mandatory to the social sciences. So it proves the the testing of hypothesis can be proved by the testing in the t-test. By applying the SPSS with the formula of the t-test, the hypothesis may be tested by the researcher. So the null hypothesis is a hypothesis of no difference, the rejection of which results in the acceptance of the alternative hypothesis. But what is the alternative hypothesis? The alternative hypothesis is the operational statement of the researchers. The researcher hypothesis is behavioral science, and it can be rejected sometimes, or it can be uh, accepted, or it can be rejected. So this is about the hypothesis, the testing of hypothesis. And after testing of the hypothesis, the generalization or the interpretation of the data. After hypothesis, the tested and the found valid become the possibility at the part of researcher. This is only possible in the case of hypothesis testing studies. But the hypothesis is formulating studies where the researcher has no hypothesis to begin with, maybe seek interpret his findings. So in other words, here the researcher may seeks to explain the findings of the research on the basis of the some theoretical framework, which may probably raise some new questions for the researchers. So these kind of the outcome or the interpretation is takes place in the social science research. And after completion of the interpretation, the report, writing of report, the research report is the most important ending procedure or the final part of the final step of the research steps. So it will, the writing of a research report is a technical task. It is required not only the skill, uh, one part, it is also needed to the researcher as the patience and the penetration by all over the approach, the problem of the data and analysis of data, along with the grasp of the various the components. Here the objectivity is fulfilled by the researcher. So here completely the report writing is nothing but the complete analysis by the researchers towards a the proposed problem. These are the steps in the data collection or report writing. So my dear students, so these are the major steps which are used in the social science research. So first of all, we have to keep in mind the first problem of the first step of the research is identifying the research question or identifying the research problem. So based on that, the identifying the research problem, we have to review some of the literature, and we have to design, and we have to collect data, and we have to interpret data, we have to analyze data, and completely we have to finish the data by report writing. So these are the steps which are most important in the research. So my dear students, here I am winding the session. So please take care. So bye.